All right. Good morning. Good morning. Just going to do a quick audio check here, make sure everything is good. Just kind of looking at the charts here, kind of sold off overnight, which has kind of been the theme lately. Don't know if you've noticed that, especially on Wednesday, Thursday nights for the last probably, I don't know, 10 weeks. Seem to sell off on Thursday night. And then typically retrace the move in the London Open here. So got about four. Well, we're already open here, but we're going to be eyeballing the silver bullet setup this morning, like we are always looking for. So kind of just waiting to see what price offers us here. On the ES, that 4404 level, 4400 level is kind of going to be important again this morning. Need to hold that to keep the bulls happy here. Keep the potential move to the upside in play. You can see we tested that 4400 level here kind of twice already this morning. So we are watching the ES over here off of screen. Kind of getting a push up here right before 3. Kind of considering a little scalp buy here. I'm going to take it here on the apex. Just a little scalp play here. If it doesn't go, then that's fine. Went ahead and put the stop at break even. I was expecting it to go a little quicker than that. Dog's barking for some reason. Let's see what we get here. If we get to $100, may just take this off. Again, it's just a little scalp play. I'd like to get that move strong through 55 here though. Might get a little burst up here at 3. Let's see what happens. Or get stopped out for just break even. That's fine too. Yeah, stopped out for break even there. That's all right. Kind of have a imbalance here. Kind of trading back into this imbalance. And we have a shift in structure to the upside here on the 1 minute. So we'll give this a quick try. Don't really like using these let's see here. Gaps that are formed before. So we're just going to kill this if this trades back below there. Trying to move the stop there on the 1 minute, but didn't quite get to it in time. It doesn't hold this 40 level. Let's see here. Well, guess I should have just left my stop where it was there, huh? Yeah, that's why when we first log on here, I try to be patient because usually if I try to take these first moves, it's not usually doesn't usually work out that good for me. So I hate that I took this off. If I would have just left my stop where it was. I was trying to move this one in that same spot. Didn't realize it wasn't in the same spot in time there. And that would have worked out okay. All right. Well, let's see if this gap forms here. Got a structure shift to the upside here on the ES as well. Gonna target maybe the 68 level here with one contract, and then just 5 handles above that with the second contract here. Really want to see this thing hold this kind of 45 area here. See if we can get this push up here to the VWAP. I want to see it break this swing high here. ES is pushing up as well. The VWAP on the ES at 44.1075, currently trading at 44.08. I want to see that push up through there as well. Get going together here would be nice. I want to see it push right through that 60 level strong here. All right, I like that. Let's keep going. Just push on up to the VWAP there. Get us filled at the 68. At that point, we'll kind of take the risk off. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in, well, really nothing yet. I was thinking we were above the 63s, but I don't like how much risk I have on this trade in the Top Step account, honestly. I want to give it the room it needs, but I'm just going to take it off on the top step. I don't know why. I'm not feeling that great about it. Should have probably left one on the top step, but if it comes back and offers us another entry, we'll take it. ES is approaching the VWAP here. May move our target up some if the ES gets through the VWAP strong. All right, it's going to lock in 100 here. Can't lose. I don't know why, guys. I'm just not feeling confident tonight. I don't know why. Not sure what that is. We'll see what happens here. ES approaching the VWAP here. I want to kind of see it punch through there nice and strong. NQ's approaching it too on the 3-minute chart there at the 68 level. Yes, popping through that VWAP there. NQ kind of approaching it. See if we can't punch right through there. It's like a target of maybe 76. Looks kind of good. I don't know why I didn't trust this trade. I mean, it's the setup I'm looking for every day, but I just was not feeling super confident in it this morning. Let's go ahead and lock in the 400 there. Well, that's probably gonna... All right, locking in 400 there. See if we can't get a little more out of this. Like, see it push right through the 80. That's okay. Stop there for 395. I don't know why I took the two contracts off. I mean, I literally just killed this one for no reason. There wasn't any indication that I was wrong. But I don't know. Didn't trust it. Didn't like the risk. After kind of looking at it again, I was like, wow, I got a 20 handle stop with two contracts. That's $800, and I was already down $100 and something. So I wasn't in love with the distance on the stop. Top step, you only got $1,000 daily loss limit. So not super happy with how I managed this. I mean, certainly, we took, I don't know, $520 out of this trade. And over here we only took, I don't know, what is that, 90? So not great. The idea for this first entry was valid. I just didn't have my stop in the right spot. Looking back on it. Again, we kind of created this gap here on the trade up. Traded back into it perfectly, created another fair value gap. So the stop has to be at the bottom of this gap, right? That's where your stop has to be. So 133.50. Where did I put my stop? I put it at 141. So if I'd had it in the proper spot here, we never get stopped out. And I manually closed this trade, which is against one of my rules. I'm not supposed to manually close the trade, and I did. I'm supposed to let it hit my stop or bust. Or hit my target. Stop or target. And I manually closed it, which I already know is against my rules, and I did that anyway. If I don't do that, that first contract pays us from 47. We took 47 to 73, which is 50 handle or 25 handles. So we'd be up 500 on each account off the first trade if I just put my stop where it needed to be. Got to do better at managing these trades. It's really, really frustrating me. Not the worst outcome in the world, though. I mean, we're up 308 on one account and $6 on the other. So at the end of the day, can't be too mad about it. But I do feel like I'm just leaving so much money on the table in these London sessions. These London sessions really been clean lately. Super clean. On the NQ especially. You can see the ES, just like we talked about right there at open. I mean, it held that 44 level, traded right back into it, held 44. So as soon as we see it holding 44 and kind of moving above the SMA there, we know that, we should be going too. So kind of had nice confirmation on the ES as well. But I was a bit spooked over here on the NQ for no particular reason. We did a pretty decent job at picking our target here. It was kind of looking on the, obviously we were targeting this swing high, but I was also looking at this swing high as my target. So I was thinking 76, and I think we top ticked that at 76, and I took it off at 73. So I would have hit the target to begin with, the initial target there, if I would have just left it. Still may push through there, but ES reapproaching the VWAP there. Also have to do better at giving my trade space. It's one of the things, like trailing it up so tight on this one and then just taking this one off for no real reason. No reason at all. I mean, you can see on the 1 minute chart, I entered at 15,133, 15,153, sorry. Yeah, I took a little drawdown to the 47s, about 6 handles, but I'm eyeballing this low. I'm like, really want it to hold here, and it did. So it's kind of no real reason to take this off. I should have just taken one contract off if I wanted to reduce the risk and let the other one run like I did over here. But that's okay. We're not going to be perfect traders, we never will be. But we certainly mismanaged that. So things we have to work on. Oddly enough, the dollar was just moving straight up with that move right there. Interesting kind of divergence going on there. I'm kind of getting this pullback here. You got this order block, and then, kind of in this area. See how it kind of reacts to that order block there. ES trading back into a fair value gap on the 3 minute chart. May take this on the ES. Trading back into a fair value gap with an order block. Risk is about 3 handles. So you can see this setup here on the ES that we're taking. I'm going to kind of target five handles here if we can get it. We have this order block here. You can see it traded back into the order block, kind of respected it. And then we have this small fair value gap here. Structure shift to the upside. So seems okay. Do have a small, let's kind of zoom in there. I can't tell. No, that's not an imbalance. So just targeting 5 handles here. If it doesn't hold this if it doesn't hold this order block here, then looks like we're risking, I don't know, what is that? $200? No, 175. Don't take too many trades on the ES nowadays, but this one looks like a decent little setup. The risk is small, so I like that. Considering moving my stop down here to the 404.50 area. But let's see how this kind of respects this order block here. Have the 50% of the order block there and the 20 SMA kind of right there in the same area. So I'd like to see it kind of bounce out of there. Got an up closed candle here as well. So see how it reacts to that spot. Gonna need a bounce here soon. The Nasdaq trading back to that 20 SMA there at the 150 level. That's where the VWAP is on the 1 minute chart as well. Kind of looking at the ES here, seeing, just trying to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Like I said, I kind of want to see it hold this 06 level. NQ holding up right here at the 53s off that 20 SMA. So far, the body of the candle is kind of respecting the 50% of the order block. So far, anyway. NQ back to the 20 SMA here. All right, not liking that now. See, that's the killer for me there, because, I mean, if we would have just stayed in this trade to the upside. Kind of approaching this downward trend line here. You got a pivot on the NQ there at 39. All right, we're going to participate here short, kind of targeting the low a day here. It looks like we're just going to sell back through here. Yes, moving through the 4404 level. Looking like it's going to trade back down to the lows as well. ES down to 4403.50 or 4402.50. Trying to push its way on through there. Should get a pretty quick waterfall back to the downside here if the ES makes a new low at 4400. Do have to be aware that we bounced in that area earlier though. ES back to 4402.50 here. Just needed to punch right through there. Take the NQ down with it. See if we can get this quick through the low a day. Quick move through low a day there. ES at 4401. Let this push down. Going to break even. Can't lose. But I want to get a nice swift push through here. Might even just target the 27 level here. Just watching the ES for a potential bounce. If it starts to bounce, I'm going to just take profit. Kind of bouncing there. Went to 4450 and then stopped. Took out $100 there. Yes, might very well make new lows here, but it's bounced here 3 times. This would be the 3rd time it's approached this level. So I mean, I'd imagine it's going to take the low, but left these 3 kind of relatively equal lows here, and then it just sold off there. We were just on the wrong side on the ES there. That initial trade was kind of what we were looking for. We didn't trust it. And then for whatever reason, I liked the look of the ES better. And end up burning me there for a couple $100. What do we lose? 237 on that trade. And so far, it's not taking this low. Probably will take the low, though. Not 100% sure why why we turned around there. I'm looking. I don't really see. I mean, we didn't really trade into any gap to be spoken of. Just kind of turned around right there in that zone for whatever reason. Kind of holding up here. Possibly just putting in a lower low here on the NQ. Kind of got into this short a little late too. If I was going to take this short, it really should have been for the break of the 20 SMA there. Of course, we are at a pivot as well right there at 38. So kind of holding that pivot. ES has a pivot there at the 4402. So maybe selling through here. Let's see. ES did not make a new low there. Held that low up. Looks like we're going to bounce out of here. Just kind of watching for a potential maybe a scalp play here. ES approaching the lows again. Might punch through right here. Just kind of watching. Like I said, I'm really considering taking a long here. It kind of feels like the bottom. If I do that, then stop will be at break even pretty quickly. All right, we'll move the stop as quickly as we can here. Like I said, this is kind of a scalp here if we can get it. Don't want the ES to break the lows here. Kind of want it to bounce out of this area. Might not do it. ES just made a new low. I don't like that. Let's see how it reacts to it. All right, may just take this off for a small loser here. And the ES did make a new low, but it's not, it only went 2 ticks below. Trying to give this a little second here. I mean, I would think it would at least go up and repaint this imbalance, right? Just got to stop at $100. Might get stopped out here. If we bounce out of here, we'll probably get a pretty strong bounce out of here, but nice quick bounce. I mean, it's kind of looking bottomy to me, but need it to kind of bounce here quickly. Might get stopped. All right, we're probably just going to go to break even here. Well, put it at break even, but it stopped us for $15 loss. I don't know. It's kind of looking bouncy to me, but it's not going the way, you know, as quickly as I wanted it to there. Not going as quickly as we wanted it to. Good, you know, we can sit here and talk about missed opportunities. I mean, you know, this was my setup here. Stops in the wrong spot, or I manually stop it. Stops was here. Manually stop it out. Miss out on a $500 trade. Don't trust the trade after that for whatever reason. I do okay on the Top Step account, or on the Apex account, but not on the Top Step. And ES losing that 4,400 level there. Losing that 4,400 level there. So we can just talk about mismanaged trades here. I mean, this is pretty much what it is, you know. This long seemed reasonable. We broke a structure to the upside, traded back into the gap. I took the entry, you know, on that gap. I could have waited to this one, but took the entry here on this gap. So I don't dislike this trade idea. Broke structure to the upside, traded back into the gap. It just simply traded back down, and I'm looking over here like, I mean, I guess you could say it repainted this imbalance, which, no, I guess that's already been repainted. Traded into this bearish order block there. Body of the candle respected the 50% of it. Trend's kind of turned back down. Well, gosh, I hate buying at the bottom here, but locking in 100 here quickly. Potential move on down here, though. So I hit the button again there instead of just sliding the stop down. I don't know why I keep doing that. Not doing very well tonight at much of anything this morning. Oh, goodness. I know that the sell side liquidity on the ES is all the way down at the 93s. We're at the 96 right now, so I know this is probably going to move down through the 100s, almost certainly. So this entry here is looking pretty valid at this point. You know, never win the red on this entry. This is the thing that I have to understand. I don't know why I do this. So I short here, never in the red, cover it at 100 points, and then we just watershed on down there. Let's see here where the you got sell side liquidity at 15,095 and then even potentially 15,082. So probably initially going to probably trade into that 15,095 level. Getting a little bit of a bounce out of here, but as we know, the market doesn't like to, it's not going to go in a straight line anywhere, so. Just a little pullback before it continues lower here. ES probably turned that 4,400 level into resistance. Possibly even the 4,402. Potential trade back up into the imbalance here and the small order block here on the NQ. That could be an entry short. You see you got a gap here on the 1 minute chart too. The 28 level. ES pushing back up into that pivot 4401 right now. Like to see this kind of repaint this small imbalance here at the 33 level. Pivot is 39. ES still hanging out at the 4401 level here. Got a big wick on the bottom of this 15-minute candle here. Of course, we're about 6 minutes into it, so still a ways to go before it closes. But so far, looking like potential reversal, but ES does have a lot of relatively equal lows down here at the 43.93 area. So I don't really see it leaving that. All right, kind of repainted that imbalance there. Kind of want to take a short here. All right, we're going to take it. It's pretty small risk if we're wrong, right? Because if it trades through this order block here, then we're just wrong. But I'm just going to take a short profit on this one. Try to get 10 handles if we can. Just kind of watching the ES here. It's at that pivot at 4102. I want it to reject that pivot and move back down. I'm gonna have my stop right here just above this kind of small order block. If the ES starts moving above that pivot, then I'm just going to kill this. It's right there at the pivot right now. NQ's looking a little bit stronger here, though, than I'd like to see. Just notice that there's another imbalance above there. He is still at 4402. Hasn't broken through there yet, but the NQ is just trying to push on its own here. All right, I just killed that there a little sooner. Saved a few bucks. Not much. There's another imbalance here. This could just have been the bottom. This could just be, you know, blasting back out of there. I got a pivot on the NQ also at the 40, so ES really hasn't, I mean, it moved through the pivot a little bit here, but still hasn't gotten through it completely yet. Moved through it a couple ticks. There's another imbalance right here as well, so. ES kind of finally starting to turn back down. It's going to hurt a little bit if it just sells back off here after we were short. Guess we should have just waited. Kind of seems like it's just moving back up, but I'm getting into a bit of what I would consider overtrading here, guys. So I may take one more entry and call it a session here for the morning. So let's see if anything, if we can get some sort of decent move here. Kind of watching this level here. Thinking about participating along. All right, let's go ahead and take a long here. Let it get above that 20 SMA here pretty quickly. Move through that 50 level. ES getting back above the 4404 here. Let's get a move through this SMA would be nice. I'm going to go ahead and go to break even. We are trading into a big fair value gap here, so got to get through here with power. It may stop us out for break even here. Like I said, I want to see this move through that 20 SMA with power there. Come on. Great. That's kind of the problem here. You know, we are trading into this big fair value gap. We're right here at the pivot. I mean, we are basing above the pivot at 39 there, but this could turn back down. That's why I wanted to keep a very short stop on it. And normally that's what I would kind of be short looking for, is the short trade into this for this move back down. Might just wait here for a minute, see if we get through that 20 SMA strong in that 50 level. Well, looking like we might sell back down here. And we do have a structure shift to the upside, so could kind of make an argument for both directions here, which I don't like. I don't know. I would think this thing would sell off here, but man, we've been wrong quite a bit. Hard call here, hard call. I mean, my gut tells me this is going to sell back off, but this is pretty strong. Bounce out of here. Nice little V recovery there. All right, we're going to try to participate long here. Just kind of target this trade back through the 50 here. And I'm going to trail the stop up this time. Tight. $80. I'll take it. I think I'm going to just call that a stream there, guys. I'm kind of taking trades that I'm not 100% happy with. And when I start doing that, I tend to kind of mess up, the potential to mess up. Makes me kind of want to get into revenge trading, trying to just get this $100 back. And next thing you know, that $100 turns into $400, $500, $600. I think I'm going to give it one more minute here because this does look like, man, it looks so much like we're about to just break out of here. We trade through the 50 strong. I may take this trade up to the 60 there. All right, the ES is just going here. Well, ES was just punching right through there strong. I mean, it pushed through that 20 SMA with no problem. And now it's pulling back a bit. Let's give this a little bit of time here. We may get stopped out for a loss. Stock really needs to be down here, which I don't like. This is too far, too much risk, but I'm actually going to move my stop up to here because we got the pivot at 39. We have this kind of order block here too. So if it trades through this, still respecting this gap here, but I saw the ES moving up. Oh man, should I just take this off here and just eat the L? Have to bounce and have to bounce like right now. Has to bounce right here or we're going to get stopped. Not bouncing yet. Flirting with the stop here. This is the area that it has to bounce out of. Gotta get going. And stopped out. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. See how that 100 turned into 400 real quick there? Trying to take a momentum trade. I'm not great at this, at momentum trading. Really ain't not great. And I mean, this could bounce out of here, but I just didn't want to have my stop all the way down here. You know, got this imbalance down here too. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream there, guys. I'll be live 9:20 a.m. for the London Open. So I appreciate you guys joining me this morning. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you at 9:20 a.m.